Hi everybody, it's Mr. Smith. I hope you're doing good and staying safe, being kind to your family. Good job with last time's timbre activity. I knew you'd be really creative about the things that you would find around your house to make different sounds with and use as instruments, and you did. You guys had really a lot of great ideas and found a lot of different things you can make different sounds with. Today's activity, we're going to continue with this idea of using timbre. We're going to play the Timbre Robot game. So this is a game we can play next year when we get back in the classroom also, but you can play it with your family at home. You need at least 2 people. It'd be better if you had 3, but if you have 2 people, you can play the game. So you might have to get brother or sister in or grab mom or dad and see if they can play along with you. So the idea of the Timbre Robot game is kind of the same, except we need 2 different sounding instruments. So I have a couple of instruments here. I have a shaker that sounds like this, and I have a rattle that sounds like this. Now thinking about the timbre, the tone, color, the sound quality, we can use some kind of descriptive language. Scratchy also sounds kind of scratchy. These have very similar timbres. So really we want to use these together with the game. We would want to have something different. Here we have a pot. I'm hitting with a wooden spatula. Okay. Here's another pot, but it's different. But really, these 2 pots, they kind of sound the same. They have similar tone colors, similar sound qualities. It's short sound, it's a higher pitched sound, it's a metal kind of sound. You can describe it in lots of different ways, but really we don't want to use both of these for our Timbre Robot game because we need 2 that sound really different to use with our robot, okay? I have these. I have a train whistle. You might have something like this at home. I took this for my kids. So that has a certain quality of sound. I have a little tambourine. These 2 have very different sound qualities to them. They don't sound anything like each other. These might be 2 good ones to use, or I just have a couple of wooden objects I found around the house that also has a very different sound, the tambourine, but it might sound too similar to when I use the pot. To play the Timbre Robot game, we really need 2 that sound completely different, okay? So I'm going to get Leo and Eliza together to help me demonstrate how we play the Timbre Robot game. Okay. But you again can find whatever's kind of around your house that you can use as an instrument. Just need to make sure that they sound different. 2 that sound really different, have 2 sound qualities, 2 different timbres. People. Okay. One person is going to be the robot. The robot is controlled by the other person. That person has 2 different instruments. One instrument makes the robot walk straight. Whenever the robot hears that instrument, they just walk straight. Affirmative. And when they hear the other sound, they're going to turn in place and try to make sure that you go the same direction each time. So when I hear that sound, I turn. So the idea is that we put something around the room. You might have to clear a spot out so you don't trip over things. Don't make it too hard. We don't want too many obstacles. And get your parents' help or your big brother and sister's help. So we want to place something around a room, and then we'll have the robot be blindfolded. You can find something that can work as a blindfold. You kind of have to be careful. Make sure that they can't see out the bottom, because when you see the floor in your house, you kind of know where things are. We want to make it a good game, okay? So that robot is going to be blindfolded, and they're just going to listen for those 2 sounds. So whenever they hear this sound that makes the robot go straight, they walk straight. But if it stops, they stop. If they hear this sound that makes the robot turn, then they turn until they hear the sound stop. Okay? So you don't hide it, but you place an object around your house without the robot seeing. They're blindfolded. And then with those 2 sounds, you try to control your robot to get to the item. And once they get close, you could say, pick it up, and they can kind of feel around, and they can bring it. They can get it, and you gotta control them to get it back to you. Okay? So if you have 3 people, it's even better. You can have one person be the robot. One person has the straight sound, the sound that makes the robot go straight, and then the other person has the sound that makes it turn, so you can kind of coordinate. What you want to try to do is just use the sounds. Don't tell the robot to go left or right, only the sound, so it's kind of a challenge, okay? So we're going to go demonstrate for you, so let's go on over now, okay? Okay, so now we have our instruments, and we're going to practice and figure out a little bit how to control the robot before we play the game. So I have my pan with the spoon, and if you have an instrument like this one that has a real short sound, we need the sound to last kind of a long time to control the robot. So if yours is a short sounding, you might have to tap it a lot as the controller for the robot. Okay, what sound do you have, Leo? Okay, so luckily the harmonica lasts a long time because it goes with your breath, so that'll probably be pretty easy to use as the controller, okay? And it also sounds very different from the pot. Okay, so Eliza's gonna be the robot. We're gonna practice one time. Way back there we have a water bottle, so we're gonna practice just controlling her to get to the water bottle before we try it with the blindfold, okay? So now we have to figure out what instrument does what thing for the robot. One of them makes the robot just go straight, and then the other thing makes the robot turn in place, okay? So what should the harmonica be?
On a turn.
Okay, so the harmonica is going to be the turn. So Eliza, the pot is going to be straight, going straight. Okay, all right, here we go. We'll see if we can control Eliza to get to, let's have it start, like not facing it, but facing that direction. Okay.
That's too quiet.
Okay, pick it up, pick it up. Okay, now we have to get her back. That's close enough. Okay, so now Leo will hide it, and Eliza will be blindfolded so she can't see where it is, and then we'll have to control her to go retrieve it again. Okay, go ahead, go hide it. Or not hide it, but put it somewhere in the room. We spin around a couple times, it's fine. Okay, that's good.
Dizzy?
Yeah. All right, listen to the controllers. Here we go. Okay. All right. So we're gonna switch. We're gonna find some different instruments, and then we'll switch. We'll try it again.
And I'm gonna be the robot.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna switch and let Leo have a try. And we have different instruments. So let's listen to the sounds and make sure that they have different timbres, different sound qualities. Okay. Go ahead. Play yours there. Okay, now I'll play mine. We'll see if they sound different enough. Okay. Okay, do you think they sound different enough to control? No, so I need something that sounds a lot different from that in the tone color. So I'm going to try a little tambourine.
I think it sounds kind of the same, but...
This also sounds the same?
Yeah, a little bit.
What should I get? It doesn't sound... Maybe something that isn't shaking it would sound better. Both of these are something that you shake.
I don't know. A lot of editing in this.
Okay, so maybe this... Yeah, very different sounds. So, okay, now I have to decide which one is going to be straight, which one's going to be turned.
Straight.
That's going to be straight. This is going to be turned.
I think the blowing one should always be turned.
Okay. All right, so put your blindfold on, and I'm going to hide. Not hide.
I'm gonna just put the water bottle.
I'm going to put the water bottle
This is so
somewhere.
scary.
But you need to make sure. Okay. All right, now it's my turn. They have different instruments. Leo, let's hear yours. Some sleigh bells. Okay, let's see yours. The train whistle. Okay, which one is going to be straight? Okay, sleigh bell is straight. Train whistle. Okay, now for mine, it's going to be a little bit harder. I'm going to have to go get it, and then they're going to direct me, they're going to control me to go put it in a different spot, not to bring it back.
So we go put it down, huh?
Okay, what was the straight again? Okay. Let's spin around a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I did it because I'm really good at it. So make sure that you try to find two instruments. And again, you can use anything you have around the house, pots and pans, empty bottles, anything. If you happen to have some instruments, you can use those too. But you need to find two that sound really different, have different timbres, different tone colors, different sound qualities, so that the robot can really tell the difference between the two sounds. So make sure that you get some parent help. Get your brothers and sisters into it and see how fast you can find the item that's held down. Okay? All right, bye. Have fun.